Hey everybody, welcome back to another video from the fish room. Today we're just going to run around and do a couple things that need done, move a couple fish around, maybe clean some tanks. It's just some things that you typically need to do when you're running a fish room, so come on. First thing we need to do today is come over here to our guppy grow outs. And in this tank here, we have our purple dragons. We're going to move them into their bigger tank today. And maybe these guys too. They're getting some good color. We'll take a quick peek here. I think these are our newest ones. And these are starting to get some colors. Waiting on her to give birth, but I don't know if she's gonna. And we got some more little tiny guys. So we've recently done some moving around in here and just had a big sale of a bunch of fish. So we have an empty tank right here. This 10-gallon just has some mystery snails in it. So we're going to add the purple dragons into this tank and give them a little more room to finish growing out before they're ready for sale. So what we're going to do is lower that water down just a little bit, and we're going to take this little tank, it's 2.5 gallon, over to the sink, and we're going to just go ahead and dump them all into a net and add them into the new tank. And since I have this room heated, that tank over there should be about the same temperature, so they should be ready to go. Subscribe. Move the air stove. Alright guys, let's go. Alright, we've got all of our little purple dragons in the net. Let's run them on over to the tank. Alright, we've got our little 2.5 gallon tank cleaned out and refilled. I'm going to go ahead and dechlorinate. We're going to get another female guppy in there so she can give birth. We're going to add a little bit of rotala for some cover. We'll get our air stone back in and we can pick out a pretty lady. Here in this 10-gallon tank we have our little breeder colony. We've got male purple dragon mosaics, and there's also some regular mosaic guppies in there. But we have got a little collection of different females. We've got this tequila sunrise female. This is the purple dragon. You can see her pretty tail. And these two are actually going to be our F4s for our own breed line. And we just got to figure out which one we want. See, that one looks pretty good. She's got a big gravid spot on her. Maybe I'll see if I can catch her out. One gotta be complicated. got our female. And if she comes out into the light, you can kind of see her tail color. It's going to be one of our purple dragon females, and you can see she's got a good gravid spot on her. And I like to do it this way just so I can label each one so I know which tank holds which fry, and we get a better survival rate as opposed to colony breeding. Now out of this jar and this one here, these contain our F5s from the strain we're trying to create. So what I'm going to do is actually take out the best ones from these two so that we can start a new colony down in this tank. You can see those are the F4 males. I just love all the colors on them. These are going to be our breeder stock for our F5 into our F6. As you can see, I'm going for that tiger pattern, but with a lot more orange and red in it. They're a little stressed at the moment, but once we get them into their new tank and they settle down, they'll color up real good. This tank here is going to be their breeding tank. So I'm going to have to get all of these out. So it's not going to be a little job, but we'll get to work. Alright, I've removed everything from this tank besides the breeding pair of albino bristlenose plecos and some surprise shrimp. Now I moved a little ball of algae from our shrimp tank down here months ago, and I'm guessing there were little small shrimplets in that algae, and they have grown up in here, so I'm going to go ahead and leave them. So I'm going to give this a good gravel vac refill, and we can add our new breed stock. Alright, the tank's all ready to go. We did about a 75% water change, and we can add in our new group. Yeah, look at those. I really love their oval tails. Alright, we're going to add them in. And up here we've got our new female ready to birth in this tank. Take a good look at her. And since we cleared out 2 of these jars, up in the second one, here she is. Alright guys, that's going to be it for today. Thanks for hanging out. And if you haven't yet, make sure to click subscribe so you can follow along on our journey with these guppies. I'll see you next time. Thanks guys.